Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Melanie Parker, founder of Party Plan 123. What a super duper event we have for you today. Yes, this is our interview series on what's working in direct sales today. And guess what? I've got 4 lovely guest speakers on the line right now. So hello and wave to everyone.
Hi everybody. Hi.
Hi everyone.
We've got Gary Glenn, the direct sales rocketeer. Give us a wave, Gary.
Hi. Glad to be here.
We've got Nikki Bergen from Jamberry. Wave and say hello, Nikki.
Thanks for having me.
Yay! And I believe we've got Claudette from Tupperware. Hi, Claudette.
Hey Mel. Hey everyone.
Welcome, welcome. And Bridie Paul from Lorraine Lee, Simply Home.
Hi everyone.
Hello to Bridie. Woo! Welcome, welcome. So, as everyone comes into the room today, we would love to hear from you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Type a quick note into the comments and the chat roll there. I can see people are doing that already. In fact, I'm going to write my own little welcome message in here for you right now. Here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you join us in the room, please write a little note and let us know your name, which company you are with, and which country you are joining us from. Because some of us here as presenters are in Australia right now. Some of us are in the USA right now, but we want to know where you are. Are you in Canada, New Zealand? Go, go, go. Hello to Emily. Hello to Stacey. Irma. Woohoo! I love those chats and those comments. So yes, this is all about helping you today to understand what's working in direct sales right now as a party plan consultant. So this is more of an interview style webinar, and we've got guest speakers who are going to help us out and share their stories. So what I'm going to do right now is just actually flick over onto my slides for today. Oh, by the way, I do have a quick poll that we can open up. So let me just change over a couple of little things here for a second. So keep typing in your hellos, type in your hellos and let us know which country you're from, which company you're working with, and here comes the workbook. So you can download that workbook in the right hand side. There's a bright pink button there, and I've got a little poll going here today. And oh my goodness, we've had a couple of people have actually answered that already. So let me just open up this poll again. And the first question is, what area of your business do you need help with at the moment? Are you looking for help in recruiting, leading, bookings, sales, or all of the above? Okay, I'm flicking over into our slides for today. And welcome. It's great to have you here. So what we're presenting today is what's working in direct sales. This is an interview style webinar. I am talking to 4 guests today who are going to help us with real stories from real people who are in Party Plan right now getting real results. But the question is this: how did this interview event come about? I want to share a personal story here with you, because as a Party Plan consultant, I was always thirsty to learn how to become better and better at direct sales. My own personal journey, it was very difficult for me when I began to get enough bookings to keep me going. And then once I was getting the bookings, the cancellations were driving me crazy from hostesses that would cancel or postpone their bookings. And one of the best ways I've found to get help with that was by connecting with my team, connecting with my company, and looking up to the leaders in my company to be able to get some help and inspiration. And I would go along to every team meeting possible. I would go along to every company meeting possible. I would join in on training webinars like we are all doing here today. And when I would go to these meetings, you know what the most inspirational thing often was? It was often when a brand new consultant got up and shared her passionate story about one little thing that worked really well in her business this month, or an inspirational leader that got up and did an example of what she was doing to sponsor people into her team, or people that were just sharing a little tiny part of how they were running their party to get great results. So it's stories that help us, people that are willing to just open up and share what they're doing in direct sales today and help each other. So that's what this is all about. I want to be able to bring that experience to each and every one of you here. Now, we are likely to have hundreds of people in here right now with us, and I want to be able to offer this kind of like an interview or a story opportunity, but being able to connect people from all over the world. And our guest today, we've got Nikki Bergen from Jamberry. Everyone from Jamberry, give me a shout out and maybe type Jamberry in the chat box right now, because I'm sure we've got loads of you. We've got Claudette from Tupperware, so if you're from Tupperware, type in Tupperware right now. Woohoo! I want some proud company spirit today. Gary Glenn, the direct sales rocketeer. I love that title, Gary. And Bridie Paul from Lorraine Lee. Have we got Lorraine Lee consultants joining us live today? Here you all come. Anne-Marie Jamberry, Lenice Jamberry, Sean, Kathy, Liz. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you. I can see people from Australia, everywhere. So, what we're going to do today, this is a little bit different than what we typically have done in a webinar before. I'm going to interview each guest for about 12 to 15 minutes each, and my best suggestion to each and every one of you right now would be to share this event with every single party plan consultant and direct sales consultant that you know. So can you see just underneath my slides in the bottom right hand corner, I believe it will be, there is a share button there. Can you do us a favor and just press that button, and that will send that out to everyone at the moment? Or the other thing that you can do, I'll just put my little welcome message back in here again. That message that's just come into the chat screen, that actually has a link that you can send people to there as well. What else? Have you downloaded your workbook now, everyone? I believe our bright pink little button is showing up in the comments and the questions scroll there. So download your workbook, write your comments and your questions in. We're hoping to have some time for Q&A at the end and actually bring everyone back up on the screen and be able to do some video chat for Q&A, which will be very exciting. We do have a free gift for each and every one of you for attending. Your free gift today is a video on the 5 P's to stop your cancellations and your postponements. So we don't want you to be like I was when I was first starting out and drowning in all these cancellations that were just making me tear my hair out. I really want to save you from going through those horrible experiences and help you to bypass them and get faster results than I did. We've got a special offer with gifts, goodies and training that's available only here, and we're doing a major prize draw at the end of our training today, and our major prize draw is a big one. It's the big Roadmap to Party Plan Success home study course, the audio online $1,000 version that also includes 2 bonus seminar tickets, and every single person who does say yes to our special offer today is in that prize draw. Now, I'm doing this a little bit different today, so I'm quickly going to just give you a very fast overview of a very special offer that we have, and then bring in our first guest trainer today. We have a special offer for each and every one of you. This is brand new, never done before. In fact, this whole event is brand new, and I really would appreciate you letting me know at the end of this event whether you liked it. Is it a thumbs up? Is it a thumbs down? Do you want to do this again? Because this is something that we've never done before, so please do let me know. So today, this is only available here, and we've designed all together, all 5 of us have made a very special offer. So I'll very quickly go through what's in it, and then we're going to bring in our first guest today. So in that special offer pack, there's 2 months free video training membership in the Daily Dose. There are 2 live event seminars. We've just opened up seminars in USA and Australia. So USA is in May this year. Australia, we're going to Queensland in March, and then everywhere else is in November. You also will get MP3 audio, video, and workbooks on all of these topics. So have a look on your screen there right now. This is what we're going to help you to learn. The key secrets to recruiting and team building, how to be an effective leader, goal setting that gets results, and how to triple your sales and stop cancellations. We've got slides of the webinar, MP3 audio of the webinar, video of the webinar, extra gifts and goodies. Now, you'll find out what that is as we go through with our guest speakers today, so stay tuned. So everyone who is inside of this special offer today is going to be in our major prize draw. So just a moment, and I'm going to take off the workbook now, everyone. So have you all downloaded the workbook? Let me just quickly put the workbook link in here for you again, just in case you haven't got that yet. And I'm going to take away the workbook link, and I'm going to open up the special offer pack that we're talking about there. So there in the comments is the workbook link if you haven't downloaded that already. And if you have a look in the right-hand side, what's going to come up for you right now is a big, bright yellow sign that says free gift and special offer. And what you can do is you can click on that. That's going to open up a separate page. And as soon as you fill in that form, you are in the major prize draw. You are a member with all of those goodies and bonuses. So just before we get started in our first interview, seminars open now. Please, please, please. So many of you, in fact, almost 1,000 of you from Party Plan 123 have free tickets sitting in your files with me. So please, please, can I urge each and every one of you to go and claim your free tickets today. Claim your free tickets today. All you've got to do is go to partyplan123.com/seminar, especially those of you who are in the USA, because those events are creeping up very quickly and we need to get the numbers in to be able to confirm the venues and the location. So thank you. I can't wait to meet you in person. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Keep typing in your questions, your comments. I love to hear from you personally, and it is time to bring in our first guest trainer of today. I would love to introduce to you Nikki Bergen. Nikki is a passionate consultant of Jamberry. You can see her gorgeous, pretty nails, and I'm sure she'll show us her nails that she's got on today. I think she might have the Disney design on, a brand new one. Nikki's going to be sharing with us how she got 3 bookings from just one party, plus what she's really most passionate about is sharing her insights of how she recruited 24 team members in her very first year. Wowee, you are going to love, love, love her. Nikki, are you there?
I'm here, hi.
And the crowd goes wild for Nikki, woohoo! Oh yeah, show us your nails really close up on the screen.
They're Minnie Mouse. They're hard to see.
Oh, they're beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. So, Nikki, just before we get into your questions for today, can you first of all share with everyone what encouraged you to first join Jamberry? What made you decide to start in this party plan world?
Well, I actually joined just for the discount. I saw the product and loved it and knew that I could get it at wholesale. And so I figured, why not?
Absolutely. Now, it's a little bit more than a year on for you now since you've been in Jamberry. So tell me, we often find that your reasons for staying within direct sales can change over time. So how would you describe your reasons for staying in the direct sales world now?
I think that it all just comes down to the opportunity, what it really offers and how it's changed my life. And I had no idea that this could happen, and it has.
Great. So, Nikki, I know you've got lots of info for us here today. So I'm going to pull up your beautiful slides and information that we've got here. So just one moment. And everyone, grab your notebooks, grab your pens, because Nikki's got lots and lots to share with us. Now, Nikki sent me a good news email that really got me excited, because I love it when I hear from people just like every one of you who is on the webinar right now. And I love hearing the good news story. So after this training today, please send me your good news stories. And here's what Nikki wrote to me. She said, "Hey, Melanie, I had to share with you the fact that my party last night got 3 additional bookings, and it's all from having the wording from your training and offering the current hostess a gift for getting bookings. It was a success. Thank you. Hugs all around from Nikki." So Nikki, can you describe to all of us how you got 3 bookings from just one party? We would love to know. And well done. Big round of applause for that too. So tell us, how did you get 3 bookings from one party?
Well, it was really just listening to your training, the Party Plan 123, changing my wording around. Instead of asking people to host a party, I use the words free product. Is anyone interested in getting the free product themselves? And I also had a hostess gift that I had prepared, 3 of them exactly, not knowing if I was going to get to give all 3 to the hostess. But I, when I was there at the event, I said, who here wants to help your current hostess here get some free products? And if you book today, then she will get to take home some gifts on the night of your event. And quickly, all 3 hands shot up, and they wanted to help the hostess, and they wanted the free stuff themselves. So it was exciting.
That's very exciting. Well done. Tell me, what kind of thought actually went through your head when you saw 3 hands go up in the air?
What next? It was kind of a, oh my, okay, it's happening. So I just, I got excited and thanked them and went over what it was that, they were going to be able to do. And, it was just a lot of fun, and they were really excited to help their friend who was currently the hostess to get some free stuff too. And the bags that I had them numbered, and then I wrote the new hostess's name on the bag, and, told her that she would get these gifts from these people on the nights of their parties. So
describe then, Nikki, how was this different to the way that you had been running your parties previous to that?
I think for me, it was more the wording of the party plan 1, 2, 3 is a little more comfortable for me than other things I had done before. And with the whole saying hosting, I think that when you say who wants to host a party, it may come across as being a little more work than maybe what the people want to do. They think hosting an event or having to have all this stuff planned. And I think with just offering it as free products just for getting some friends together, that changed, the dynamics of what I was saying. It didn't seem so difficult to them. Just, hey, who wants the free products next time? And it really worked.
Absolutely. So in summary, I would explain it this way, that I think what you're saying is, rather than talking to people about booking a party, you're just making a little tweak to the type of language and then kind of words that you're using when you're presenting at your party. And the big change was just simply talking about free products, free products, free products, and also verbalizing to everyone in a group setting, we're looking for the first 3 ladies who would love to say yes to the free products. And then the moment where the hands shot up in the air was where you asked the question, so who wants to be the first one to say yes to the free products? Does that sound right, Nikki?
That's
beautiful. Well done. I'm just so excited for you. I love hearing these good news stories, and thank you so much for sharing. So can you understand, everyone, how inspiring that can be? It's just one little story from one party that Nikki has done, but I'm sure that right now we are inspiring hundreds of you to go out there, and the very next time that you pick up the phone or the very next time that you're standing at a party, you too are going to start using the language free products. And even if you can personalize that more to your type of products and talk about things like free jamboree nail wraps and free Tupperware and free linen and free makeup and free jewelry, make it personal to your type of products and you'll get even more attention and excitement. Okay, so Nikki, moving along, I know that you are an aspiring to be a team leader. You are an absolute superstar recruiter. You build your team in a very natural and a passionate way. So Nikki, can you tell us more about your team building success and explain how on earth did you recruit 24 consultants in your very first year? We need to know. Come on, Nikki, share your secrets. Go.
Okay, I'll share. I'll give it away. I think that for me, it comes down to the passion that I have for this industry. I really had no idea what it was about in the beginning when I first signed on. After reading through some information, I realized that it was something that someone like me, who has very little, college education at the time, I wasn't working some big job where I had a ton of experience in sales. And so I think for me what it was learning that someone like me could have the opportunity to do it. And when I share that with people and I say, this is how it's changed my life, this is what it's done for me, I think that passion comes through. And then also when I do speak to people about it, I think of what it may be for them. If they're a stay-at-home mom, it'll help you to be able to work from home or be able to get your kids into dance class or football. And if they're a business person, then I would change it to more you could run your own business and build your own team. I just kind of change that passion that I have for the industry to what it is that will benefit them. And then for me, goal setting is big, and
Yes.
I make it achievable. I don't set huge goals. I'm going to recruit 100 people, but it is something where, I'll say I want to recruit 4 new people this month by talking with 50 people, offering the opportunity, asking for referrals. You want to be able to write them down and look at them and see them and make them trackable. You don't want to say, I'm just going to recruit a bunch of people this year by talking to a bunch of people. That doesn't really work. It has to be something you can look at.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I am understanding you do there to invite people to join your team in a very natural and casual way is you're making it all about them. So you are genuinely interested in them as a person first. So you're finding out what's important to them and you're finding out how Jamberry can benefit them and their lifestyle. Would that be safe to say?
Yes, absolutely.
And then once you've got that information, then you're showing them the how. You're really showing them the how and the solution through Jamberry being the opportunity that you can present to them. So that is wonderful. Thank you. And I can see, I can see a couple of little technical things here in the comments that I can see that are coming in right now. If your screen is looking a little bit blurry, usually that is just because your internet signal might not be coming through strong. So close everything else down that you can and just focus on the webinar only and have a strong internet connection where possible. I just want to find out, there was a couple of other little questions in here. Oh, that's right, someone has only just joined us, so welcome. It's not too late to even share this event out with your team. Just hit that little share button in the right hand corner there. In fact, I think I've got a little link here that I can post in if you need to share it out with anyone. And we've still got 3 more presenters. So Nikki, while I'm posting this link out to share and get everyone else in here, oh, wow, that's right. You've got a very special gift for all of us in this special offer training pack today, haven't you, Nikki?
I do.
How about you explain that for everyone while I just check our comments and questions here?
Sure. Well, any person that's in this event tonight, if you would like to try Jamberry or if you've tried it before and would like to get more, if you place any order from my website and it reaches $50, I will send you a free sheet of nail wraps of your choice. So when you do place your order, there is a special event created for tonight that you would put the order through, and that would notify me that this is where you got my information, and I'll reach out to you and find out which one it is that you would like. So there is a buy 3 get 1 free offer that applies to most of our Jamberry wraps, and it would be included in addition to that. As long as your purchase hits $50, you will get an additional free sheet. So the cost is fantastic anyway, and then with the additional free, you'll have all sorts of beautiful nails.
Woohoo, and thank you. I can see, Nikki, we've still got more people joining us here for this event. This is going crazy. So thank you for that. If everyone's trying to figure out how to get access to that, you can see on the screen we've got that link written there. Grab your pen and write that down so that you know you've got that link right now. It's www.partyplan123.com/special. So I've used the code special there because each and every one of you are special to me. And of course, we've got a special offer for you today. But there's an even easier way that you can access that. If you can have a look where our comments and questions are coming in, there's an offer tab in there with a bright pink sign that says free gift and special offer. If you click the button on that special offer, it will open up a separate page. We're going to stay here on the webinar. You'll hear us and see us, but then you'll be able to fill in the form and get that offer. So Nikki's offer is only for the members inside of our special offer training. So jump in there and you can get your free set of nail wraps. And to let you all know how fantastic that is, I actually put nail wraps in the Christmas gifts that I gave out to my family and my nieces and sister and mum and sister-in-law. So everyone got Jamberry nail wraps for Christmas this year. So I did the offer of the buy 3 and get 1 free that Jamberry has on their site. And now Nikki's offering you even an extra set of nail wraps. So we say, Nikki, woot, thank you. Woohoo! So thank you very much for that, Nikki. It's time to bring in, and Nikki, I know you'll stay there to chat to everyone in the chat box. So we've got lots of love and affection coming in the chat roll for you there. So you're more than welcome to type in your little messages back there too. It's time to bring in our next guest trainer, and I would love to introduce to you a fabulous lady who I have gotten to know, and I just love talking to Claudette on the phone. It's Claudette Harrison. She is a fellow Australian, and she's an executive leadership manager in Tupperware. Claudette is self-driven, never intended to become a leader. We hear that story quite a lot in Party Plan. When we first begin, we're a little bit scared of the idea of becoming a leader, and Claudette might share a little bit of how she sort of overcame that. And today, she's a mum of 4. So for any of you who are here who are doing this whole juggling act, you're trying to balance your family and your business, and you might even be working, and there's just craziness all around you, Claudette knows what you're going through. She's a mum of 4. She's balancing her family and her Tupperware business while she lives in a rural area, so that means she does a lot of extra travel as well. And she's so grateful for the opportunities that leadership has given her. She thrives on the growth of others, seeing their confidence in their income grow, while enhancing the connection of people helping people. She loves building a team that is more like an extended and a cherished family. So Claudette, we're going to bring over the webcam, and I would love for you to say hello. Claudette, are you there?
Hi. I'm here.
Hi.
Can you see
Welcome.
me okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can see you okay. I'm just doing the whole juggling act in between screens and slide presentations there. So welcome, Claudette. It's great to have you from Orange in New South Wales. Not too far from me, a few hours drive.
Just said that she's from Tupperware also. Hello, Leah.
Hello to all of our Tupperware people then. Oh, and by the way, I'm just going to close off this first poll here. And that should go out public to everyone, and I'll open up a new poll, and this time we would love to know, are you listening today, are you a leader or are you a consultant? Are you a leader or are you a consultant? Let's find out what the mix is there. So Claudette, while everyone's entering in that poll, tell us a little bit about when you first joined Tupperware. What was it that attracted you to the business?
Actually, I joined Tupperware just because I loved the product, and I'd been on a bit of a break from maternity leave for my 3rd time, and I tried to go back to work full-time, and I had actually part-time, and I had a bit of a struggle going back to that business part-time. So I thought, you know what, I didn't need the money at the time. I was just wanting to do something for fun, and what better way to do something for fun when you're doing it with a product that you love so much. And so yeah, I joined for the product and for the discount, and yes, that's pretty much the main reason. I didn't even expect to be here today, over 6 years later.
And so what about now today, and well done, congratulations to you, an executive leadership manager in Tupperware. So what about now? What actually keeps you in the direct sales industry? What motivates you now?
Oh, I love this industry. You can go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do, and I'm a very self-motivated person. I think that it's really important that you know, whatever it is that you want to do in your life, that you realize that you can actually do it with business like this, because there are there's nothing holding you back, you know. You can make your own goals, be your own boss, make your own family, as you mentioned before. This is a huge thing for me, for the connections that I've made through my business, through with the amount of friends that I have, and customers being a part of that, as well as the consultants that we have in our team as well. The other things that I wrote down that were the reasons that I'm here is because, you mentioned before, I am a mother of four, but my husband also is hardly home through the week, so that makes a little bit of juggling very well. It's quite difficult to juggle all of that at the same time. But what this allows me to do is to be home for my children and go out and do my job and still achieve what I achieve, and put my kids through the private school, which is my main driver, I suppose, and work for a company that I love, and, you know, get immense amounts of recognition for doing what I do every day. So
Absolutely beautiful.
yeah.
I know for me, when I first joined, it was all about having flexible working hours and a great hour rate. And I think the more that time goes on, for me, there's more and more reasons to stay. I don't want to leave, because it's just changed my life, my whole lifestyle in so many great, amazing ways. I would dread to think of going back to my old full-time job. I hope I never have to do that. So I think that the reasons to stay just get more and more and more. So if we've got anyone out there today who's struggling to just get enough bookings and to grow your team to keep going, please hang in there, because I believe that Claudette can now give you some information that's going to help you. So Claudette, I'm going to transition over into our slides for you, and thank you for everything that you've prepared with us for this event, because I just love your information. I love your knowledge, and I'm so grateful that you've allowed us the opportunity to tap into your information and to be able to share this so openly with us. So let's begin, Claudette, by describing what you feel it takes to be a leader.
Okay, so we talked about this a little bit, because, you know, this is something I'm ultra passionate about. I love I love my team. It's so hard when you first start being a leader in the Tupperware business, or in any other party plan business, I guess, to get your feet on the ground. There's all this excitement, but at the same time understanding that there's so much to learn still. So I guess that what I really had to do was to learn to create a bit of a balance. So I work very well with a diary at home. That's really, really important to me. It's also really important that I really focus on the foundations of my business, and building your own base business is the biggest and best start that you can have in your career as a leader. So what I mean by that is focusing on what is most important. It's getting your parties in your diary. It's building on your team by recruiting through your personal contacts, and also particularly building the the consultants that really want to work in the business. So with the ones that really want to work, that what's most important with that is it helps you to pay less focus on the people that aren't working, because sometimes that is one of the biggest reasons why you're held back. I have to say, from my own experience over the last, particularly my first year as a manager, I focused so much time on the people that weren't working and helping them to come on board. And I was literally holding them on my shoulders, and it was a really, really difficult thing to do, to be able to focus all on my own program and the lovely people that were actually contributing in the business, whilst trying to help all the people that weren't really all that interested. So, I mean, focusing on those people that want to work helps build their confidence and reminds them that they are an important part of your business. That's a really key thing for me. The other thing is also with your own personal business, setting yourself goals. Look, you're going to hear this through this whole webinar. It's all about setting yourself goals, but it's not about just setting yourself, I need to, I want to do 4 recruits and have, 20,000 in sales this month. It's about understanding why you're doing those things. And so long-term and short-term goals play a big part in establishing why you do those things, and setting yourself, for example, an annual goal, and then breaking it down into smaller goals and keeping your eye on the prize, basically understanding every day, making it visual for yourself, what it is that you're working towards, whether it be, the driver of having kids in a private school like predominantly is for me, or the driver of, being able to take your kids to swimming or dancing, or spending more time with them at home, or just being your own boss, whatever it is that drives you, understanding what drives you, because that really helps you to break down those goals as well. And I guess just thinking about sales, balancing between sales management and doing all the 100 things that we do as parents, if you're a parent or if you're a full-time worker, and also trying to build a business like this. It's really about not overthinking it and trying to focus less on all the thoughts that are going around in your head, and just and taking action so that you are moving in the direction that you need to go. And if you're not sure about the actions that you're taking as to whether or not they're a good thing or a bad thing to do towards your business, well, remember, everybody learns through experience, and allow yourself to learn through that experience, because you can always make up for that time that you didn't do so well, Yeah.
And thank you, Claudette, for sharing. Thanks for sharing that it has been challenging for you to understand where to place your time and value all the precious moments in your own life. When you were just talking a little while ago about understanding which team members to work with, to focus your time and your energy on the ones who are working, who want to work hard and make the business successful. I think as leaders, we all make that mistake in our rookie days, where we just want to spend time with everyone and help everyone, and we think everyone can, everyone's as passionate as we are, but sometimes the reality is that they're not. And I really appreciate the fact that you've been brave enough to share some of your struggles, because sharing things like that I know that will help someone who's listening right now, because a lot of times, this is a mistake I made when I was in leadership. I kept trying to keep everything too rosy. I wanted to tell everyone how amazing everything was all the time, and I didn't share about my struggles and my challenges, and that caused a divide between me and the team, because they felt like they can't get everything to work the way that it's working for Melanie Parker, and so they felt that they couldn't relate. So the fact that you are sharing that with us today, I just know you're such a brilliant leader, because you would share things like that with your team all the time, and I know that you value honesty as well. So I just want to say thank you, because you're helping people here right now.
Thank you so much. There's one thing I was wanting to say, if that's okay, was that one of the things that we discussed when we were talking about being a leader was about, treatment of others, because that's really, really important to me. I want everyone to feel special in my team, whether they're a leader or another leader in my team, or for a consultant in my team. But I think about leadership and treating people very similarly to how I feel about customer service. If I give the best customer service to my customer, which I plan to, and I always want to do, because that's what gives me my business, and because I'm very passionate about that customer, and their experience, I want to do exactly the same with my consultants and also the other leaders in my team. So also treating people as, your consultants are your first and foremost customer. They are incredibly important in your business. So as a leader, that's one of the things that I like to always bring to mind for myself, particularly when I'm having a little bit of a struggle with a fellow leader or another consultant in the team, understanding that without them, I wouldn't be a leader.
Yeah, that's right. Now, you and I have had a great conversation about the word competition, and I know that you've got a loving heart. There's not a nasty bone in your body. However, the image or the fear that many of us have when we think about what it means to be competitive is that we will be seen by others in that way, where we might feel like people are thinking that we're nasty or selfish and things like that. So, but I know that the way that you look at it is very different to that. And I know that you believe that competition is essential to your success as well. So, Claudette, fill us in. Tell us what the word competition means to you and how it has played an important part in your leadership growth.
Okay, so I guess when I started, like everyone else, we all start with, it's really scary. We don't know what we're getting ourselves into. We don't know what to expect. And at the same time, it's really exciting as well. And as you are, starting to achieve or even not achieving, you can see that other people are either achieving or not achieving around you, and it's natural to want to compete with other people. One thing that I really just like to focus on, and I think this is something that I can absolutely share with everyone, is that particularly my first year, because it was a mega year for me in Tupperware, that I really just wanted to compete with me. I didn't even think about what anybody else was doing. I just would set my goals each month, which I know that not knowing where it was going to take me, it's a bit strange to kind of set some goals towards something, but I didn't know where I was going. But I thought, if I just set myself a goal, for example, I did something simple like, if I did 3,000 this month, the next month I would aim to sell 3,500. Then the month after that, it would be 4,000. And I would just add a very simple extra amount of sales, for example, or potentially a recruit to my goal, to make it not only achievable but more realistic, because I started at a point and could continue to another point. And I found that worked really well for me, because I really just had that number in my head. It was very focused. And as I did that, I didn't actually realize that over my first year that I was actually doing really well in comparison to people. I wasn't comparing myself to others. I guess it pays to be rural as well, because I wasn't there every week, getting the same sales recognition as everyone else. But I guess I just focused on doing what I wanted to do, and then by the end of the year, without even knowing it, I'd achieved top demonstrator in Australia and New Zealand for that year, and that just blew my mind. I didn't know what I was doing and what was happening, but it was an amazing achievement, because all I ever did was compare and compete with myself. And I think that that's something really, really important to do, because we're all in different stages of our lives and our businesses, and we all have other commitments. Remember what's real to you and what's important to you, and then use that as a guide to help you to aim for what you want to do in your business. So I'm thinking of some other things.
So I think the message is be competitive with yourself, and to always go out with an attitude of what I would describe as bettering your best. Be a little bit better every single party you do, a little bit better results every single month, and that will very quickly turn into an amazing year like it became for you. Does that sound right?
Absolutely. It's exactly what you're saying. And
Yeah.
I guess that even on a low month, because everybody has a low month, that's not abnormal at all, that you've got to remain positive, because no joke, the one thing that I've absolutely loved about this whole thing, and this whole 6 years that I've been doing this Tupperware, is that that time that you're just feeling like you can't get out of that little rut that you get into. It's when you focus on the little wins, because the little wins are steps to achieving the big wins, and just really looking forward, and then knowing that once you have done that, that ride back up is just incredible. It is an achievement in itself to be able to pick yourself back up when you are
and get back up to the top.
Absolutely. That road back to is amazing. I love it.
Yes. Well done. Now we've got maybe 1 or 2 more minutes for a quick story from you, Claudette. And I know you're a great storyteller, and your stories they always have, what I love is your stories have an important message of learning and inspiration in them. So what story can you share with us today that shows us an example of leading with a groundwork mindset and believing in the success of your team member?
Well, as with every other leader in the business, we often get faced with questions, and lots of them. Sometimes it's really hard to work out which ones to answer straight away. But the most important thing is to understand what the real question is. So ask the questions that really help you to get an idea of what the real problem is. For example, I had a lovely consultant come to me, who's actually another leader in the team as well, just in relation to closing the deal with her recruits. So it was really important that she basically got some basic steps. So I'm all about saying, okay, this is a huge thing for you, but for you to be able to overcome this problem, you've really got to just focus on 3 little things. And those 3 little things that I gave her were just helping her to, I guess, put it into little steps that allow her to achieve what she wanted to achieve. And so, for example, the first thing that was most important was about listening. So listening to the person that you're meeting with, thanking them for meeting with you and listening to them. And so, Mel, you want me to continue about this, yeah?
Well, what we might do, maybe if you could let us know in quick little tip format what you might step through, or we could bring you back in to share more detail of the story in the question time. What would you like to do, Claudette?
Yeah, let's share more detail in the question time. I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, well, everyone can look forward to that then.
Yeah,
so we'll bring Claudette and tell a little bit more of a story in the Q&A time as well. So thank you, Claudette. It's been lovely to hear your inspiration as a leader today. And guess what, everyone? Guess what? We've got Gary Glenn coming up. Gary is the direct sales recruiting rocketeer. Gary is a direct selling rocketeer whose passion is recruiting, sharing, and sponsoring. Gary is going to share how to select team members. And Gary, if you can give us a little bit of insight with this, because we've got Sherry asking some questions about how to find the right people too, so we might add that on in a little bit more detail at the end. But Gary's going to share a little bit about how to select team members who want to stay and who are a good fit for your team. Aren't we lucky, everyone, to have Gary joining us? Get ready to grow your team. I'm going to bring Gary up on the screen to say hello. Gary, are you there?
I am. Hello. Welcome, everybody. So it is such an honor to be here today with you, Melanie, and of course with these other ladies. It's I know that what Melanie trains is such in line with my philosophy in this whole process. So I really, really believe that we're on the right page today with the information that we're sharing. So hi, everybody.
Hello, and I'm just so glad that we connected from this very brief little Facebook message that I remember getting quite a few months ago now, and now we've had several chats on the phone, and I know we're going to meet up in Melbourne at our seminar later this year, so I'm really looking forward to that, and it's great to have you here, Gary. So
thank you.
Maybe if you can share with us, first of all, when you first got into the direct sales industry, why did you get involved in the party plan world?
Well, my side of the business is a little bit different than everybody else today. My job is for the last 30 years, I've been a presenter, trainer, custom corporate seminar presenter, training program creator for almost every major direct selling company that you can think of over the last 30 years. And so I got involved as a trainer because I was speaking to these organizations, and I learned more and more and more about the industry as I started to speak to them. So I certainly didn't come through as a consultant. I came through as a trainer and as a presenter.
And what about over those years, what keeps you motivated? Why do you stick around with us? Why do you still want to help us?
I just absolutely love the opportunity. To me, it's what has been said today by a couple of the other ladies so far is exactly it. It's helping people who have perhaps with no further education, no further investment that's a major investment, no further experience. I'm able to take people who are in those circumstances and help them to create the lifestyle that they want. They literally are able to achieve their goals and dreams through this party plan industry, through the training that people like you and I do. It's just fantastic.
Okay, Gary, we are ready to grow our teams. We want to sponsor, we want to recruit, we want to share, and we've got loads of people that need help with that. So are you ready to share your wisdom and knowledge with us?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this. What would you say is the difference between recruiting and team building? What a great question to start off with. What's the difference between recruiting and team building? Take it away.
That's a good question. I think recruiting is simply offering the opportunity. And it's a scenario where that should be done at every single party right throughout the company. Recruiting is something that is just offering the job, offering the opportunity. Team building is then taking the leads of the people who are interested in joining the business and actually building a team of your own. Those are the two distinctions. It's that simple. But recruiting is just offering the business, offering the opportunity.
Okay, so it makes sense then that leading off of that question, who should be recruiting?
Well, you can imagine everybody should be recruiting. That means that every consultant in every team in every company should be offering the opportunity just as part of the party presentation. It's not a thing of saying, oh, maybe I'll wait and recruit after I get comfortable with the business. And this is what happens. So many people
Please
join the
preach
direct
it.
selling
Go.
world. They join the party plan world and they say, this is fantastic, but I'm not ready to build a team. So they don't offer the opportunity with any passion, and sometimes don't even offer the opportunity. They're so into getting bookings, they're so into doing a good job of selling the product that they just let the recruiting go. And of course, what happens is they create a habit of getting bookings, a habit of making sales, and then they decide, maybe I'll take this business to the next level. And unfortunately, it's really hard for them because their habit has not been to offer the business. I believe we offer the business as one of the three things that we offer. We certainly offer the business opportunity. We offer the opportunity for them to book a presentation of their own and receive some fabulous free product. And we then, of course, sell merchandise. We sell product. But that's the order in which they should be done. We should be recruiting or sponsoring first at the party, booking second, and then retailing, by the way, retailing third. But what do most people do? They go along and they're so excited about the product and so enthusiastic about how people love the product. They sell, sell, sell. And oh, by the way, I got to get a couple of bookings or otherwise I don't have a business going forward. And recruiting often just drifts away and lays on the floor and doesn't get done. So everybody should be recruiting. Everybody should learn how to sponsor effectively, which is offering the business to every single person at every party.
So then, Gary, what would you say is the number one thing that is required for recruiting and team building success?
Well, to me, the number one thing is to have a recruiting mindset. I've just talked with you about my recruiting mindset, which is to recruit first, book second, and retail third. That's a mindset, but the mindset is I am going into that house. We pick up our foot to cross the threshold to go into that home or wherever we're making our demonstration with the intent to find at least one lead of somebody who's interested in looking at the business tonight. That's the mindset. That's an expectancy. That's an expectation that says I'm here to do recruiting as much as I am to get bookings and to do selling of the product. So that mindset is a key starting place. But then secondly, we have to get to the point of saying, all right, now that I've got the right mindset, I have to have a real commitment to this business. I'm going to treat it seriously. My recruiting mindset is that I'm not just a hobbyist. I'm serious about this business, and my team building skill set is a job. And so I set aside time every day. I have an office space situation. One of the ladies a minute ago, I think it was Nikki, said I do a great job with my diary. It's being professional and treating this like a business rather than just a sideline hobby. So to a great extent, if you're going to be a sponsorer, a team builder, it is a thing that requires a professionalism. But the most important thing is to be positive and to have an attitude that is an expectancy that says, I expect I'm going to get one lead tonight from every party. And to me, this is a mentality. If you're doing one party a week, or if you're doing 3 parties a week, you're getting then 1 to 3 leads every single week of people who are interested in looking at the business. If you're doing 3 parties a week and you're getting 1 lead from every party, that's 150 leads a year. So it suddenly becomes a thing where, gee, I should be recruiting 20 a year automatically. If you're getting 150 leads a year because you're doing 3 parties, certainly we should be getting half of them. That's 75 or maybe even 50. But 50 people in your downline team means you have a business that will put you in the top 2% of earners in both America and in Australia. It's serious income, so it requires a positivity. It requires that mental attitude that says I'm a recruiter and a team builder.
I love what you've talked about a few times already, and it's that word expectation. And it's having a promise to yourself. It's not even an expectation set by someone else, but let's get so serious about this business that we challenge ourselves and we expect ourselves to offer the income opportunity to every single person. So it's a recruiting mindset first. And yes, our training, Gary, is so much in alignment because everyone at Party Plan 123 knows that I'm passionate about what we call the triple M of success. And it's a triangle that has 3 steps to success, and the biggest part and the most important part at the bottom that sets the firm foundation is mindset. Everything
Exactly.
comes back to the strength of our mindset. Have we chosen to be successful? Do we have that image in our mind of going in and doing that party today and walking away with the recruit leads, the bookings, and the sales? So we've got to have the mindset first, then we move up into mastery, which is learning how, and that's what we're all doing here today. And the magic is in the movement. So the last little step is in the movement. It is creating action in your business, and that's what we're going to very strongly urge everyone to do at the end of this training today, and that is to take action today in your own business. Now, Gary, let's lead on into the next question, which is, after getting the right attitude and mindset, what's the next vital key when it comes to recruiting?
Well, I think that the real key to recruiting and team building is to love the party. To absolutely love the idea that I'm going to have the best time tonight. I'm going to love the experience, because when you love the party, people get excited about you. And people join the business as much for the product as they do because of you. And so if you love the party and are presenting this amazing, fun, exciting, professional thing, it's a thing where people are following that and they're so easily excited by it. And that's one of the things in all of the training that I do. And by the way, I want to invite everybody to have a look and like my Facebook page, which is Gary Glenn Direct Selling Rocketeer. Have a look at the Facebook page, because I give lots of tips and ideas on all of the things that we're discussing today. So go and have a look at that Facebook page and like it. I'd love to have you part of it. But loving the party becomes the major thing here, because if people walk away feeling as though that you were excited and you're the kind of person that they'd like to have in your home, in their home, or you're the kind of person they'd like to work with, you have a far greater chance of them deciding that they're going to take a look at being part of your business.
So Gary, I've got the webcam back up there for you now. How about you tell everyone about, you've got a free gift for everyone today, and you've also got a very special extra training offer that is for our members only in the special offer pack. So the full pack, I'll just put the little link in our web chat again here for everyone to access, or you can click on that big bright yellow button that you see in the offer tab. But Gary, I would love for you to tell everyone about your special offer and invitation for everyone today.
Okay, thank you. Well, what I've done is created specifically for the group, the member group for Party Plan 123, a very special training effort, a little webinar. It's a short little webinar on the key secrets to effectively doing a good job of recruiting. And Melanie and I have negotiated this where it's a free thing. All you have to do is go to masteringpartyplan.com, masteringpartyplan.com, and sign up for this free webinar, and it's only for the people from the members who are in Party Plan 123. There's also a free gift for everybody who's on the webinar today with us today, which is on the front page of masteringpartyplan.com. So there's a generic overview of what it takes to really take some of these ideas and apply them to be successful in Party Plan in that first webinar. And then for the members only, there's a secret page, and Melanie will give you the link to that page. But it is at masteringpartyplan.com. And again, a lot of the stuff is going to be outlined and reiterated on the Facebook page, Gary Glenn Direct Selling Rocketeer. So I'd love to see you there, and I'm so excited to meet many of you. I am so delighted to be part of what Melanie's doing. I love Melanie. I think she and I are so similar on the same wavelength.
So thank you, Gary. Thank you very much. I can
all of our businesses.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I brought that information up on the slides there again for each and every one of you. So jump in there now, and just to let everyone know, I need some help from one of our viewers today. In America, we need to do a bit of a Google search to work out what the conversion rate is today of our special offer, because our special offer pack is only $47 Australian, and that is the tiniest investment we've ever had to make in a webinar to get a special offer. So jump in there while this is so good. Can someone please do a quick little conversion Google search and figure out for us, what does $47 Australian convert to US dollars in today's currency, and just pop that into the chat roll there so that we can get that word out to everyone. Oh, Naomi, thank you. So roughly it's looking like about $34 US maybe, 35, I think. Kelly, that would be your Australian rate there with your tax on it. So that would be in Australian. So I'm pretty sure Naomi's got it there, the 34 in the US. So thank you very much, Gary. And we do have one very special, lovely guest left to bring you. Today, I would love to introduce you to Bridie Paul, who is an enthusiastic consultant of Lorraine Lee Simply Home. Bridie is a single mum of 3 kids who has fallen in love with the opportunity Lorraine Lee has given her. Bridie used to be shy and afraid of talking to people in a group setting. And so many of us are like that when we first start in Party Plan. We're terrified to run our first party, aren't we? But wow, wait till you see how her confidence has grown, because guess what? Bridie is going to share how she sold, listen to this, 9 times as much products in January this year compared to January last year. We are so excited. And Bridie, I'm going to bring you up on the screen here. And the reason that I just really, really wanted to be able to bring you in today and to chat to everyone is because I know that this is such a big issue with Party Plan consultants right now. So we're coming up towards the end of February, and traditionally over that Christmas holiday break, a lot of us really struggle to get back into it and have enough sales and enough business going through January. So Bridie, we are super excited, and give us a big wave and a hello, Bridie. How are you?
Hi everyone. How are you?
So Bridie, it's great to have you here from Queensland in Australia. And can you please share with us, when you first started with Lorraine Lee, what was it that attracted you to the business in Party Plan?
I guess it was all about Lorraine Lee's vision of family. Everybody is a part of a family. It's family. It's a family-owned and operated company. Started many years ago, and this year we turned 30, so that's very exciting. But it was all about family.
And what about now? So what about now? I think, how long have you been with Lorraine Lee? Is it just over a year? 15 months, okay.
Yeah.
So what about now? What kind of things motivate you to keep going now? What do you love the most about it?
Oh, you do a party, and we have our initiative with our host club. And for every host that has a qualifying party, she gets host club, which is 6 months of up to 75% off stock. That goes into our clearance, so we, moving stock. So I get to call these gorgeous hosts every 6 months, rebook them in, and they get to see the new stock that's coming in, and it's just exciting.
And I know that you're going to share some secrets of success with us today about how to really stay in touch with your customers and how to get that repeat business happening. So how about I transition over into our slides, Bridie, because you've got some great stories to share. And to fill everyone in, Bridie is another one of those ladies that actually sent me a personal email, which I love hearing these stories from you. So for anyone else who's out there today and you've been joining in lots of our webinars, or you're a member in our courses, or you've been to a live seminar, if you are out there and you're using these training techniques and you are getting results, can you please come and tell me? Because sometimes I spend all this time in my office alone and I'm creating these webinars and these training for you, and sometimes it can actually get a little bit lonely in this office. And it's nice. What I've really loved about doing this webinar and the interview style is it's got me back and connected with people that are out there in all different companies and chatting to you and getting to know you and hearing stories, and that just warms my heart. So please write to me and tell me your good stories. So Bridie sent me a good news story that went like this. She said, "Hey Melanie, I just wanted to share some exciting news with you. January 2015, I only had personal sales of $418, which was not very good at all, and I was really disappointed with my first January in Party Plan." Now that's a common story among pretty much every direct selling person in the world. Their first Christmas holiday period can be quite deflating. But she says, I've had a huge turnaround. For January 2016, I reached over $3,189 in personal sales. And she says, holy heck, that's an Aussie phrase for you right there. I'm in absolute shock and cannot believe what I achieved this month. How amazing is that from Bridie? So Bridie, come on, share with us, describe to us, what did you do to have such an amazing January? Give us all the juicy details. Take it away.
Okay, my gorgeous upline Kelly Bella show had set us all a goal December last year that if we she talked to us about the January that she had when she initially started with Lorraine Lee, and as you said, it's quite common for a lot of us to coming off the Christmas season. And she told us what she did to, that she put a plan in place. And so she talked to us about that. And so she encouraged us all to put a plan in place, and she helped us put this plan into place. But basically, she said, get on the phone in December and start making your love calls and tell them about what's happening in January. So love calls basically customer service calls to let my past hosts and guests know that we have, for January we had 20 to 60% off selected stock. So I was quite enthusiastic about that and was really excited, but I wasn't being too over the top when I called them. So it's giving my clients the best customer service that I can provide for them, and they just keep coming back and they book. So every 6 months, as I mentioned before, we have a host club, and so when their host club's about to expire, I give them a call, say, hey, host club's about to expire, you got to rebook, I book them back in, and that just keeps them, basically host club, you get up to 75% off stock that's in getting deleted, so we change our stock seasonally. Melanie talked about, and one of the girls mentioned before about having word choices and talking about the first, 3. Put your hand up if you'd like to, get some free product. Not necessarily book a party, but get some free product. So that's what I'd started using, and it started working for me. So word choices are very important. Everybody deserves the opportunity to get free and half-price products. So don't ask them if they want to have a party. Offer them the opportunity to save lots of money. Get half-price and free product. And they'll be loving themselves silly, really, when they do get that free product and half. Yeah, it's crazy.
What about the year before? How was that different to what you did your first January?
I didn't have an action plan. I had nothing put in place. I'd started Lorraine Lee in the October. My youngest had major surgery, so that just, I just sort of just put that aside and concentrated on my little lady and her recovery, and I really didn't have an action plan. I was just like, but after being with Lorraine Lee for so long and having so much ongoing training with the brilliant leaders that we have, as I said, Kelly said to us in December, you need to put a plan into place. We're here to help you. So I talked to my leader, Robin, and we put a plan into place on how I was going to change my January, how I was going to make it better.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's one thing to get the bookings in January, but then it's a completely different thing to get the parties to go ahead. So what kind of things did you do to get the parties going ahead?
Well, you talk about your 5 Ps. Mm-hmm. It's face-to-face at the party, you're booking the party, and then you send them out a host confirmation letter and then you call them to let them know. You work for them. You're working entirely for them. The only time you bring yourself into it is when you need to book a babysitter, for those of us that have children. That's the only time you really bring yourself into it, other than you are working for them and them only. So you want them to have the best party in town. You want them to have the best outcome. So when the host knows that you're working for them and that you care about them and that you want them to have the best party, they'll get enthusiastic because you're enthusiastic. You just keep in contact with them, up until the party. You check to see how many hosts are coming, how many guests are coming, and your parties will hold.
Okay, so what about someone, let's give someone who's feeling a little bit depressed in their business right now. Let's renew their hope and let's renew their inspiration that they can come back bigger and better and stronger this year compared to last year, because I was just like you, Bridie. My first year in Party Plan, my December and my January were a complete disaster, except I was relying on that business as a full-time income. So that was an even bigger disaster for me because my income just dramatically dropped. So I absolutely know what this is like to go through this challenge and to have this situation. So I very quickly had to learn how to build up my December and my January to be fantastic and to make sure that it never ever happened again. So what would your advice be to the direct seller today who's here with us right now to give them hope and inspiration that yes, they can come back strong and create new bookings and sales fast?
Okay, if you got no bookings, this is something that my leaders have talked to me about, is taking your catalogues into your local hairdresser, taking them to the doctor's surgery, ringing up schools and offering to do a fundraiser, do a mystery host, have your friends come around. There's many different ways to restart your business, and a lot of it comes down to successful host coaching. Because successful host coaching really does achieve more bookings, and your hosts are your customers. You need to be thinking about your capacity and partying to that capacity and believing in your capacity. So basically, when you're talking to them about having a party and saving money, you're excited because you want them to get your free and half price items. You just sort of don't want to become over the top, but they're just, yeah, all I did really was I went into my hairdresser and I had a chat to her and I dropped some catalogues off to her. I went into the doctor's surgery, I had a chat to them. I've done a couple of fundraisers that were pretty good. You just got to put yourself out there.
So what I'm really hearing from you, Bridie, is you didn't just rely on one strategy to get bookings and to keep them going. You were doing lots of different things, and that created momentum as you built all of that together. Is that safe to say?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, yep, yeah, it is.
And I'm just smiling from ear to ear because you're doing such a great job, and you are presenting so confidently. And to think that you were some kind of like quiet and shy person when you first started in Party Plan, you are doing an absolutely brilliant job. So big pat on the back to you. And I know we had a lot of people when you first came on very excited to see you there and typing little comments into you. So you're being very well supported. Now, Bridie.
Oh, that's good.
Bridie, we've saved a really big and special gift bonus to the end here, and I'm going to do the little personal support pitch for Lorraine Lee, because Lorraine Lee has beautiful linen, and I just got my new Lorraine Lee delivery only about 10 days ago, and my bed is feeling so cozy and comfortable and just absolutely beautiful from my brand new mattress protector and the whole layering system that I've got. Yay. Now you have actually, you're giving a special offer, so this is again only to our members that are in the complete training pack today, so it's all the gifts and the goodies that are out there. We've got this special offer here for you. So I know you've got something very special, and this is spend just $75 on Lorraine Lee, get a free gift set of the Cooper hand towel and the face cloth in your choice of colour. So Bridie, tell us a little bit more about this, and you better give us a bit of a yippee yahoo about the 20% off in February. So take it away.
Oh, yes, for the month of, sorry, Mel.
I'm going to put you on webcam because, I don't know, have you got any in stock near you at the moment that you can hold up and show us?
Got it.
All right, okay, I'm going to do that. Hold on a sec. Okay, your webcam's on now, Bridie.
All right, so I've got a beautiful Cooper yellow face cloth. It's absolutely huge. Can you see that?
Let's just hang on. I'm juggling slides and everything here. Yeah, hold it. Oh yes, go. We can see.
Okay,
oh, it takes up the whole
absolutely
screen.
Huge. So yeah, that's the size of our face cloth. It's huge. And then we've got
fantastic.
Our hand towels are massive. So for everybody that purchases today, from $75, we'll get a free Cooper face wash and a hand towel in your choice of colour.
That
And
is
we have
beautiful. And there's heaps and heaps of colours, isn't there?
Oh yes, we've got our Cooper Naturals and our Cooper Brights.
Beautiful, beautiful. So just to explain to everyone again where you can find that, and I'll just bring our slides back up here. So just click on the bright yellow button for the free gift and special offer. So all of the members that are getting the training pack from me with the 2 months free daily dose, the 2 seminar tickets, as well as all these extra bonus offers, and every single one of our guest trainers today has prepared for you a special training pack. You've got training from them in video format, you've got a download workbook, you've got an audio training. It's all sitting there ready for each and every one of you right now inside the member-only access. So the way that that works is when you actually do fill in the form on the special offer, so partyplan123.com/special. When you do that, you'll actually get an email with a special password, which is just for you. And then you log in with that password and it's all there. So every single one of these guests have extra goodies and bonuses for you as well. So thank you, Bridie. Big round of applause, and thanks for being so generous with your special offer there too. And I can see the comments and the questions coming in. Oh, Bridie, so we've got some people asking if they can order from overseas. So I think we worked out that that might be a possibility, and to get in touch with you on email and just to find out.
Yes. Get them to email me, and then I'll liaise with them.
Okay, that sounds great. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to stick around for maybe another 10 minutes or 15 minutes at the most. We are more than happy to take questions and answers and have some personal chat to those of you here with us right now. And wowee, what an event this has been. And oh my goodness, there's so many of you in here with us. It's amazing. Thank you very much for taking your time and investing your energy into this event today. So we're going to keep this special offer now. Just a quick reminder that we're doing a major prize draw for all of the people who are joining this special offer as a new member today. You are in the prize draw there at the end. And Bridie, if you can just hear me there for a sec, if you can just pop your microphone on mute, because we're still hearing your background noise come through there. So inside of this special offer, you've got 2 months free of the Daily Dose video training membership. So that's small videos that you get from me every single day. They go for between 1 minute and 3 minutes, and they're designed to keep you motivated and on track in your business, so you're not tempted to give up in despair. 2 live event seminar tickets. Please, can I remind everyone again, please, 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 those of you who have free seminar tickets, and I don't just mean people from today who are getting the special offer pack today, it's all of those other members as well who are members of the Roadmap to Party Plan Success, How to Book Parties Without Being Pushy, Your Best Life. You've all got free seminar tickets. So please just click on that seminar link that I've popped into the chat box right now and reserve your free spot, because I've got to make sure that we're getting the numbers in those event locations to be able to have that location go ahead, especially those in the USA. Please, if you can do that for me today, I would really appreciate it. So you know how I was talking about all the training that all of our guests have prepared for us today? We've got training in there for you in the member-only area that you access with your password on the topics of the key secrets to recruiting and team building, how to be an effective leader, goal setting that gets results, and how to triple your sales and stop cancellations. You've got training in audio format, video format, workbook format. There's just training galore in there, so jump in. And now you've got all those extra goodies as well. So we've got free Jamberry nail wraps with purchase for you. We've got free Lorraine Lee gift pack for you with purchase, and a free recruitment webinar from our superstar Gary Glenn there, and every single person who is in that special offer is in the major prize draw. So what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up our guest trainers again and open up for questions and for answers. But I would like to throw over particularly to Claudette, if you are still there online, and if Gary, you are still there online, if each of you could please unmute your microphones and pop your webcams on, I've put a question up on the screen that is from the bottom of my heart, and this comes from personal experience, and I'm hoping that you can share some advice of, you know, let's say a leader who is out there who is really struggling to help their team to restart in the new year, to give them hope and inspiration that yes, they can come back strong and fast, you know, because my heart broke as a leader myself. I went through this, and it was one of the most depressing things in my party plan career to be able to, for me personally, there was a stage where, you know, in November we were coming through really strong, and then come February, I think my team dropped in half. Just going from November through to February, and for me that was really, really frustrating, and that was one of the most challenging things I ever went through as a team leader. So Gary and Claudette, can I just ask any of you to jump in and give a little bit of advice there? What can leaders do that can help them to come back? And while you're doing that, I'm just going to sort through the questions and the comments.
Claudette, is it okay if I jump in here? You okay with
jump
me?
Jump in. Go for it. Go for it.
I believe nobody ever leaves a team with a full diary. And it's an important thing that what happens, of course, in December and January is everybody just lets their business drop to zero, and therefore they come back in February empty. And so I believe what we have to do is, as a leader, go back and relaunch their business with and for them, because it's back to basics. It's getting on the telephone and ringing past hosts and hostesses. It's ringing people who said, yeah, I'll hold a party for you in the new year, and then have the script of what to say to make those phone calls to get those bookings locked in. And it really is, it's not just motivation. It is taking them by the hand and getting back to the fundamentals again. There's no secret to business in this party plan industry. It is the basics. It's about doing the basics well. It's about doing the basics consistently and doing the basics now come February. So my challenge to them would be to say, let's get back to the beginning and relaunch the business and make sure they have the scripting of how to do that properly.
And is Claudette still there with us? Claudette, are you able to give us some inspiration there as well?
Of course. So, restarting consultants in a new year New Year is the hardest time of the year. We all know that, particularly if you've done it a couple of times like me. And I guess it's just, to me, it's all about having a bit of a goal for that year, whether it's a small goal or a large goal. It doesn't matter which way. It just gives them a little bit of focus, breaking down those goals into monthly goals, and then breaking down those monthly goals into weekly activities. Weekly activities are very important, and as Gary said, going back to basics is so very important. Also, really focusing on the little wins. That is a huge thing in my books. The little wins are so important because they are what gives people the confidence to keep going. And, you know, I think also taking them back out to training on the field, that's another way to start. I guess, you know, I've had a few managers that have been around for quite a while that have struggles in recruiting. I guess the best way to go about sort of helping them with that would be to ask them for their leads and then sitting with them, going through those leads together, and then continuing that whole process together so that they refresh and remind what it is that they could be doing to help their business. You can never learn enough, I believe that, and you can never train enough. That's another thing that you know, I continuously go back and do, and I definitely recommend that to everyone. And also hanging out with people that are doing really well. So that consultant doesn't want to stay with you.
That was a big thing for me, Claudette. So tell me what your opinion is on like, who should we be hanging out with?
Yeah, you know, those really positive people in the business, that is always a wonderful thing. Connecting with other people that may be wanting the same outcome as you in your business, and holding yourselves accountable. So talking to one another, and that, whether it be, you know, like a little Facebook group or a Facebook message that you're all a part of. What did you do today? What have you done for your business? You know, what are you planning to achieve at the end of today or at the end of this week? And holding yourself accountable is a very, very important thing, because what it does is, well, it's number one, voicing your goal, and then you feel like you, once you've voiced your goal, that you have to kind of have something to go back to do with when you're retouching base with that person again. So definitely voicing, putting things down on paper is a very important tool as well. So not being afraid to let go of those fears. We talked about this only yesterday. We just come back from a conference yesterday, and it was amazing and so inspiring. And that's a lovely thing to do something that is so inspiring, that excites everybody, you know, new catalogs, new launches, all that sort of thing. Do something different, that because what you're doing right now may not necessarily be working. And so tweaking what you're doing just that little bit, you know, opening up your ideas to change and allowing people to give you, you know, another way to do something.
That is great to hear. And Claudette, I haven't forgotten about getting you to share a little bit more of that story with us in a moment. Actually, let me just do a quick shout out to everyone listening. Because we've had so much chat come in that a lot of the questions have kind of dropped off my page. So if you have an urgent question that you'd like to ask any of our guest presenters right now, can you please re-type in your question right now? And we've got about another 5 minutes before we wrap up, and then I'll be closing down the webinar, and then I'll go over and check out all my emails and Facebook messages just to see if anyone needs help to get into our special offer before we do our prize draw. But Gary, I've had a couple of questions come in for you. So Gary, first of all, Kimberly is asking again, how do we access Gary's free training? And she's already a member of Party Plan 123. Yay!
Yeah.
But yeah, how do we get the free training from you, Gary?
www.masteringpartyplan.com.
Actually, I've got that in my chat here. I'm going to type that in again. Here we go. All right, so that's how you get the free training from Gary.
The free training. That's the free training, and then the special recruiting training is for members only, and that's on the page that Melanie will give you the link for. That's a secret link that only the members get.
So you can get into the special offer using this link that I'm putting in right now, and then once you're in there as a member, we've got Gary's special free training in there for you. That's a bonus for members only. Now Gary, Sherry has been Sherry, you've been so you've been so interactive, Sherry. I love your questions and your comments. So she wants to know, is there an easy basic script for recruiting?
Well, there is an easy basic script for recruiting. Melanie has one. I have one. Those of us who are in this training business all have a script that we believe works. But I'll just tell you very, very quickly, and they're accessible. Just go to Melanie's information, and she'll probably have scripts for you. If you go to masteringpartyplan.com and send me an email, I'll send you what I use as my script. But very, very quickly, I believe there are 3 recruiting bids that you do during your party. One at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. And they're very quick and sharp and to the point. And the script, probably your company has a script of what they think will be the appropriate one to use. I would suggest you start there, whatever company you're with. If you're not happy with what you get, then come to us and ask for the scripts that we have and see if maybe they're adaptable. But I'll bet you anything that your company has a script that they consider works. Recruiting bids again at the beginning, one at the middle, one at the end, and most importantly, the script words that I believe are vital is to ask every guest at every party about their interest in the business. Ask every guest at every party about their interest in the business with a phrase like, remember earlier I was talking about the fact I'm looking to expand my business in this area. Who did you happen to think of that might be interested in getting some further information? That's the script I use. It's not, do you want to join? Do you want to join? You'd be so good at this. Let's have a coffee. It is, who did you happen to think of? And those are great words to use. And I'll help you with that. Yes. Just email me and I'll send it to you.
It's who. It's not do you. It's who. Who do you know?
Yeah.
Now,
and it's not do you want to join. It's do you want to, who do you know would like information?
Who do you know? Great advice there. Thanks, Gary. Can I please invite Bridie to unmute her microphone there for a moment, because we've got a special question coming in for you. And Nikki, I think you might be unmuted at the moment too, because we're getting ready to wrap up, so I want to do the big wave goodbye and thank you to everyone for being here. So Bridie, I've got a question for you. She says, how did she have a great January? She missed it. She missed your little spot. So just give us like a 60-second overview of or a summary again of what you did in January.
Okay, I put an action plan into place early December. What I want, how many parties I wanted to have, how many parties each week I wanted to do, And once I had the action plan into place, I started making phone calls to my previous hosts and guests, letting them know that Lorraine Lee had 20 to 60% off for the month of January. And I didn't ask them, would they like to have parties? I said, look, you know, how would you like some free linen and half price items? How about you get some girls around? I made it fun and, you know, easy as. And then I just kept making more phone calls. And selling the product, doing Kelly did a wonderful demonstration in a team meeting for the bed layering system, and I thought, I've got to do this better. So on the way to a party that I was doing, I had my phone connected through the car, and I was listening to Kelly do a bed layering demonstration.
Yes,
I sold 2 mattress toppers at that party because I did something different.
And those of you who are in a different company, this can work with all different products. I did this with jewelry, Bridie does it with linen, but you can do this with anything. So the whole moral of this story is when you do a demonstration of your products, don't just hold one thing up and say, you know, this is X and this is Y. Put a whole combination of products together and explain the benefits and the feature of those products and get a guest to either test them out or be your model or be your taste tester or however it can work. Get a guest involved. So when Bridie is running a linen party, or a Simply Home party, I should say, she is actually getting a guest to come and test out that bed and to lie down and they go, ooh, wow, this is amazing. I'll sleep so much better every single night from now on. So with jewelry, it was all about layering people up in jewelry and then saying, you know, how do you feel? Look, everyone, how amazing is that? And demonstrating on a party guest. Now, Nikki, I think we have people asking you how to find you on Facebook. So, Nikki, do you just want to guide people over to you on Facebook?
Sure. All they need to do is, am I unmuted?
Yes, you are. You are.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. If they just go to facebook.com/Nikki Bergen Nails. So NICKI Bergen Nails.
Thank you very much. And if I can please ask everyone all of our guest presenters, if you want people to find you on Facebook, can you put your Facebook links in the comments there now if you can, because we had lots of questions about that. So I think I'm just going to finish off with Claudette. Would you like to share a little bit more about your story to finish off for today?
Sure. So we were talking, I was talking with this lovely girl in my team just about closing the deal with recruiting. So I just said to her, let's put it simply. Whenever I am, this is so important to me, whenever I am talking to someone about joining my team, I feel the first step that you need to take is to get to really know them. Ask them what's important to them, what, you know, about family and, you know, what their job is and what they are looking for in a job. Before you even try to sell your business, you really need to know what's important to them, because then you can do what you call be relevant when you're talking about your business. Is it the flexibility? Is it the money? Is it the, you know, making friends? That's a big thing for me. A lot of people are doing something like this so that they have some sort of connection with other people or have something else to do other than play mum, you know, 24/7. Maybe even have a job where they have fun rather than being in their 9-to-5 job every day. And they might still do their 9-to-5 job every day, but just want something a little more fun. So listening is very, very important. So asking them about them, getting to know them. The other thing that, and then being relevant, of course, so choosing the things that are important in your business and talking about those things that are relevant to those people, because it shows that you're listening. That's a really important thing as well. And then the last thing I will do is to really focus on them imagining. So imagine you are starting your own business today. How soon do you want to be earning money? If we were to host a party with you, like if you were to have a party with me to start your Tupperware business, for example, what would you be looking for, a weekend, weekday, or a weeknight? Here is when I'm available. I want to help you earn money as soon as possible. So talking to them about what is relevant, but getting them to really imagine them being able to achieve that goal of being able to take their kids to swimming lessons or, going on that family holiday or buying the next house. Because, because I've had such an amazing experience with my business, I find that doing this is a lot easier. But when I wasn't having such an amazing experience, it was a little bit harder to do. So if you can't focus on your own experience, maybe just look at someone that's really successful, that's doing wonderfully, that has really had a major life change. And if you still want to recruit, go and talk to them and find out about them and what makes them so positive about their experience, and then come back and use that to help you do some recruiting as well. So just those three things. So getting to know, being relevant, and really just imagining how it would be like for them to do what you do and achieving what you're achieving. That help?
Fabulous. Yeah, that helps for sure. And I've just remembered, I think I had a couple of other little slides here just to finish off, because I just want to make sure we've covered everything. And, oh, wrong slide. Can everyone please let me know whether or not you want us to do this again? So we've just never done this before. So is this something that you have found helpful today? It's a little bit different than just a solid training webinar. So should we do this again? Can you please type in, for those of you still here, I know we've had to have some people leave a bit early, but yes or no in the chat. If it's a yes, who can we interview the next time? And would you like to be interviewed? You can be someone who is a brand new consultant. You can be a leader. You can be a leader in the making. It doesn't matter. We would love to chat to so many of you. And Alexis just put a little smile on my face because she said, thank you. It's warmed her heart or something to that effect, and she's just found this event to be very, very inspiring today. So we're getting ready to wrap up, everyone. Oh, that's right. I did notice there in the comments coming through, I think there was a bit of confusion about the special offer that we have today, this one that I've got on the screen now. This is completely different. This has not existed before today. So all of these bonuses that we're talking about here on this screen, this is only available for the people that have joined today. So if you join the special offer today, we are going to offer this throughout the replay, but that's only going to be for a few days. And we're about to do the prize draw, grand prize draw right now. So if you do jump in there today, you've got all of that, and you've got the prize draw that we're about to run. So I think some people were thinking if they're already a member of the Roadmap to Party Plan Success, they're getting Gary's recruitment webinar training, and they're getting the Lorraine Lee gift pack and the Jamberry Now wraps, but this is not the same thing. It's totally different. So jump in there now, partyplan123.com/special. So this is our last opportunity to ask questions. Tell me what you liked the most today. If you've got an urgent question, please type it in straight away right now. I'm going to close the webinar, but I'm going to keep my chat box open so that way I can monitor these last minute little questions and comments coming in. Did you all get your free gift? We've got the free gift of the video of the 5 Ps of hostess coaching. So that's what Bridie was talking about, to help stop cancellations. How do you find your free gift? So that's your free gift from me for coming today. You just go to that special offer tab, the bright yellow button, partyplan123.com/special, and at the bottom of that page you just click the instant access button and it's just right there. You don't even have to do anything else. It will start playing the video. Number 3, join our special offer to be in the prize draw. In fact, I was going to just post that into the link again, into the comments and the question, just to make sure you haven't lost it. So last chance to jump in before we do the prize draw, and I'm going to announce the prize winner on our Facebook page. So this has been very exciting to have each and every one of you here. So it's been fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, thank you. I have loved this. I'd like to do this again. I'm going to stop screen sharing. We're going to bring everyone back up onto our webcam. Hey guys, I think you're there. Say your goodbyes. Thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Mel?
Nikki, I think you've got to do the disco lighting now, because you're in the dark. Nikki's being very challenged with the lighting. Claudette, were you calling out to me?
No, that was me.
Oh, Bridie, yes.
I just emailed you the link for my Facebook business page. I've emailed it to you.
I can put little things like that on our Facebook page as well to help everyone connect there. So thank you once again. So big thank you to you, Claudette, as well. Bye-bye. Thank you. Gary, thanks for joining us from Melbourne in Australia.
Bye.
Thank you very
My
much.
pleasure.
Big thank you to each and every one of you. So, oops, I think Nikki's dropped off. Nikki's gone. She's over and out. So, Claudette, thank you. Bridie, thank you. Gary, thank you. I'm Melanie Parker, founder of Party Plan 123. Each of you have actually really given me a kick of enthusiasm from this event. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Wait till you see, for all of our viewers today who are becoming a new member, wait till you see the training that all of these people have given us to pass on to you. As I was preparing all of that just yesterday, I've been working so hard for this, but as I was preparing it all and looked at it all, oh, that was just so fun for me to do, and I felt so privileged to be able to connect all of you together and to bring that information. So a big warm thank you from the bottom of my heart to you. Go and book yourselves in for seminars, please. Book the free tickets for seminars. I need to know where you're coming so we can make sure we get the right type of venue. So thank you. I'm going to close out of the webinar. I will check email or check comments, jump over to Facebook for the prize winner announcement, and I'll pop the free gift and the special offer link in here for you once more. So go out there and never ever run out of bookings again. Recruit, sell, lead, do everything. But whatever you do, don't ever give up in your party plan business. So, all right, big wave from everyone who's our guest today. Bye-bye. See you guys. Thank you.
Bye.